I started writing music for this album in 2025, and I really thought that I was just going to be making another regular old harp album. But as time went on and I started playing these songs for more people, I kept getting the same question, which was, what is this song about? Now, in instrumental music, that's kind of a tricky question to answer because, for instance, with my band, Harp 46, the titles were always the very last thing to be assigned to the songs. And to be honest, sometimes the titles didn't have a whole lot of thought behind them. It was just some kind of metaphor or some kind of image that we thought really matched the music. It wasn't like, for instance, we have a song called Dragonflies. It wasn't like we set out to write a song about dragonflies. More often on this album, there was more of a back and forth to the composition. So for instance, I had a list of things, different aspects of the 18-month time period that this album was meant to reflect. I knew I really wanted to write a song about the several times that I saw rainbows at very important times in my life. So I knew I wanted to kind of honor the role that rainbows had in this 18-month period, but I did not sit down and be like, okay, today's Rainbow Song Day. With that song, what I did was I was at the harp, I was starting to write something, and once I was a couple bars in, I was kind of like, okay, I think this is the rainbow song. And then after I had these titles, I had this thought, what if I wrote a poem for every single song? I used to write a lot of poetry. I've never published a poem. I don't even share my poems, honestly, very widely. But it dawned on me like, oh, that would be another way to kind of tell the story of the songs. And then one night I was sitting on my porch with my neighbor, Jane. We were talking about music videos. Now, both of us were teenagers in the 90s, and we were talking about how important MTV was for us in terms of helping us understand songs and make meaning with the songs, and how there are certain songs that even now, when we hear them from that time period, we think of the video. So for example, Pearl Jam's Jeremy, Smashing Pumpkins' Today. So then I thought, well, what if I do that with harp music? When I was in my early 20s, I took some time to learn kind of basic video editing on Final Cut Pro, and I honestly didn't even know if Final Cut Pro was still being used. That's how out of it I've been for the last 25 years. And then I decided, okay, I'm gonna just try one and see if I can still do this. And that was the video for Ojito. The video for Ojito is very simple because I was really just trying to see if I could still even do this. But as I was making other videos, I found myself wanting to edit my poems based on the experience that I was having with the video. The videos are definitely not technical miracles, but I do hope that when people watch the video and read the words, that you, the listener, that you're able to enter into the music in a deeper way, in a way that's not just, oh, this is a pretty harp song, but to really kind of feel the emotion and even have some sense of the story that is connected to the song. I was really happy to recover this part of my creative life.